Let there be no one. Now we want some music. Okay, this final game will feature the Granville Golden Horse, Granville Granny, Venezuela. Number 55, Number 4, Number 5, Number 2, Number 0, Number 11,
My water.
Number 13, starting lineup for Granville. Next guard, number 3, Next forward, number 35, Next guard, number 1, Next guard, number 13, Next guard, number 22, Rutland County, Baker, Jacob County, number 12, Kyle Daldiego. Number 20, Teddy Jacobowski. Number 2, Tyler Karpinski. Number 3, Brady Cross. Number 13, Ethan Blair. Number 33, Hunter Willis. different places. 2 halves of Star Spangled Banner again by Baxter Bernier. How about a round of applause? Would you please remove your hats and rise?
Well, Pat Lawhen doing his annual routine, repeating it for the second time tonight. Jack Rogers along with Butchie Goulet and Stacy Kent from PEGTV.
It's a role he was made for.
It's really adds a lot to the tournament. He's been doing it for years and not afraid to go overboard.
I think the kids love the rousing introductions that he provides, and the smoke machine and the colored lights. It really creates an atmosphere that shows these kids.
So now as the smoke clears, we'll get down to business. It's the finals for the boys. The girls' final won a little earlier tonight. The Rutland Rec Catamounts defeating Brandon Rec 45-39, and a really great comeback by those girls from Brandon to make it a close and exciting game right down to the end. This should be a good matchup. Butchie, you coach the other Rutland Town team, I hate to say. The other team that's not in the finals
That's
tonight.
That's right. Actually, Rutland Town split into 2 5th and 6th groups. We're going to get a retip.
But you had your moment last year as coach of the team that won last year's Glodzik boys division.
Yeah, ran up against a tough Rutland team coached by none other than my counterpart, Jack Rogers.
Yeah. So this should be interesting. A little give and go right away. Rutland Town, Baker, Tommy Baker, the coach's son, passes to the wing and cuts to the hoop, receives a nice bounce pass and gets fouled. I've seen
Taylor Bourne commits the foul. Tommy will go to the line and shoot a pair.
I've seen Granville play twice thus far in the tournament. They are incredibly organized. Very well coached team, coached by Eric Ramey, the athletic director at Fairhaven High School and son-in-law of very well-known Rutland coach Bob Prenevost. Longtime Fairhaven coach Bob Prenevost, and Baker makes both to put Rutland Town in the lead 2-0. Rutland Town going to play man-to-man. I think both these teams you'll see man-to-man from them. Nice backdoor cut by Ramey. Ball tipped away. Gets in the hands of number 1 TJ Wilson. Back to the coach's son, Ob Ramey. Wilson for 3. No good. Weak side rebound being battled for.
Hemingway comes down with it.
Billy Hemingway with a rebound. Rutland Town going to push it a little bit in transition. Baker to the basket. Bourne really impeded his progress with his hands, but there's no call. Kicks it back out to Hemingway. To Trey Alercio, back in the hands of Tommy Baker, the point guard. Rutland Town not a big team, but they have quite a few athletes.
That's right. Rutland Town goes with Baker, Downey, Hemingway, Alercio, and Regula.
Terrific drive down the middle by Baker. And we're going to get a rebound by Ethan Crossman. Baker picks up a frustration foul, and that's his first.
Well, that's certainly one player they don't want to see in foul trouble.
Nice screen away by Granville. Ball goes to Ab Ramey. He can't convert on the turnaround.
Regula with a big rebound.
Regula, a very important player to Rutland Town, one of their few players with size. Good hustle by Hemingway, but he can't save it. Bourne, a spunky little point guard for Granville, brings it up the court. Gets it to Wilson on the wing and goes inside to
Alex Prouty.
And he can't convert. Okay, Baker to bring it up for Rutland Town.
Guarded at the top by Taylor Bourne.
Valercio on the wing. Good post entry, Jarrett Williams. He gets it out to Wilson, back inside to Ramey, and can't convert. First sub of the game for Granville is
Derek Patch comes in for Alex Prouty.
going with speed over size. Patch comes in for Prouty, the biggest player we'll see tonight. Inbound the ball to Wilson. They reverse it to Ramey. He drives into the paint, but good defense by Downey. Williams can't convert the layup, but Ramey comes up with the rebound. Wilson drives, blocked by Downey.
That was just a good defensive play by Julian Downey.
Yeah, I've seen Downey play a couple times and have noticed that he's a really hard-working defender for Rutland Town. Little give and go at the foul line. Grula gives it to Hemingway, but he loses it out of bounds.
2-0 here in the early going, about halfway through the first.
Pretty sleepy first quarter, quite the opposite of the girls' game that had an unbelievable scoring spree in the first quarter. It's 2-0 halfway through. Good backdoor cut by Ramey. He drives with his right hand and gets fouled by
they're going to
Baker.
call Tommy Baker with his second. And Coach,
certainly not
Coach quickly. Oh, something's on the court there. It looks like. I hope they see.
Is it a duck? Is it a duck from a Chuck-a-Duck?
Oh, they see it.
I don't know if you saw earlier, if you were watching earlier, but West Rutland has an interesting Chuck-a-Duck tradition.
John McCarron thought he had it in his hands, but it looks like it's so light that maybe a piece of stuffing or cotton or something.
Oh, it might be from the ceiling because they rock this house so much. It might be the soundproofing. I think that's what it is.
So Baker picks up his second, and Coach Baker goes to his bench, and looks like he's going to make a substitution. Brady Kanash is going to enter the game, play the point.
See, that's a good
Tommy
lesson.
will take an early seat.
It's a good lesson for you players that are watching. You can't waste your fouls on frustration fouls in the backcourt. Everybody a little jacked up. It's a big game, but Baker missed a shot, then committed a foul 80 feet from the basket. Now he's sitting, and he's one of Rutland Town's key players. So Granville gets one free throw to make it 2-1 here in the early going.
Oh, Ramey takes it away from Alercio. Downey back on defense.
Good crossover.
Oh, they're saying Regula stepped out of bounds. A good hustle by him to get his hands on the ball.
Yeah, I've only seen Regula play once, but I like his athleticism for a bigger kid. He runs well. He looks real strong. Inbound to Williams. He dribbles off his foot, and Kanash comes down with it. He finds Downey, who can't convert. Regula gets the rebound, does a nice job.
Good rebound.
Yeah, Regula got a nice rebound, then had the wherewithal to step back a little bit so he got a nice angle and not shoot the ball from underneath the basket. Now he's going to shoot 2 free throws. Is Regula a lefty? Oh, that's worth 6 points a game. They need to get him the ball. He makes the first one, and it's 3-1. Second free throw short. Good battle for the rebound, but Williams comes down with it, despite a great effort by Downey to get his hands on it. So ball's out to Ramey. Gets it to Taylor Bourne, the point guard, guarded by Alercio.
Good ball movement.
Williams converts on the drive from the weak side, and it's 3-3. Two very good teams here, Butch. Two very good teams.
They are both well-coached teams. It's clear that they both have their half-court sets that they're running in the early going.
Alercio throws up something a little crazy.
Going to have a held ball.
Yeah, but he hustles after it, and him and Regula were in on the tie-up.
Kyle DelBianco coming into the game for Tyler Regula, and 3-3 in the early going.
Alercio guarding Bourne at the point. Alercio, a really quick and strong little athlete.
Well,
Downey tries to gamble, but doesn't get the steal.
He's
Good
able
help
to recover.
defense.
Good
help
help is
defense by Rutland Town. Hey, and a 17-foot jumper made by number 2, Derek Patch. That's our first field goal of the game. All the other points have come by the way of free throws up till that one. Kanash is able to get.
Kanash, little one-footer runner in the lane. Just short. Tyler Bourne brings the ball up for Granville.
Williams trying to look for a space to drive on Del Bianco. Can't find one. They reverse the ball over to Wilson. He's guarded by Kanash. Good footwork. Good job by Kanash. He's only a 5th grader. Good crossover and jump stop by Ramey. Wilson cuts. Good movement. Great possession by Granville. Williams can't finish. Good rebound to Hemingway.
Well, their offense got them the shot they wanted. They just didn't finish.
Kanash
Brady
pushes
wisely
it.
decides slow things down and set up some offense.
Another give and go. Kanash gets a good look but can't finish.
Ramey the rebound and over to Bourne. Bourne to Williams on
Coach
the wing.
Ramey calls out a play. That's a 41. They're going to run out a four out, 1 in set. A lot of dribble penetration, looking for
Good bounce pass.
place to get somebody to get to the rim. Nice job there by Ramey.
Good job hustling to get that loose ball.
Here comes Alercio. He's a left-handed player. Let's see what he can do with his right hand. Oh, he pulls it up and finds Kanash. Kanash going to take a
Kinda
shot.
had to
No
alter
good.
his shot around Jarrett Williams.
I like the up and down action. I don't know that I've experienced a more exciting 5-3 quarter, Butch.
There was a lot of up and down action. I think we had 1 field goal.
Yeah,
and
1 field goal.
6 free throws.
Lots of effort from both teams and lots of up and down, but ball's not going in the basket. So it's 5-3 Granville after the first quarter ends.
Big story there too. Number 23 for Rutland Town, Tommy picks up 2 quick fouls and spent most of the first period sitting down. Coach Baker certainly does not want to have his star hampered with 3 fouls in the early going.
Yeah, see, it's the thing about coaching. You never know what you're going to get. Same situation for the Brandon girls earlier when their best player was in foul trouble. 3 fouls.
Changed their game plan.
Changed their game.
West Rutland Booster Club keeping it interesting for the fans by.
I don't see them throwing anything up to us, Butchie, and I've been here all week. I didn't even get my fried rice for free. Cost me $1. No, I'm just kidding. They're great. The Booster Club. Some of these people actually they have tents out in the hallway, and they've stayed here for the last 8 days.
Tremendous commitment they have made.
Quite an event
for these kids.
Baker's back
Thomas,
in the game,
being
hounded
harassed
by
by
Williams.
up
Really
top.
good defense. He's a good athlete. Tough to go over him when you're giving up the size. They ran a pick and roll at the perimeter, but Baker tried to go over the top, and he's given up about 4 inches to Williams.
I'm not sure he's encountered that caliber of defender all week.
Well, plus with the size. Yeah, certainly not this week, but he's quick enough to stay in front of him and has some height on him. They're running their 4 out, 1 in set with dribble drive penetrations. Looking to find somewhere to kick, and they're going to get a travel.
Violation. You know, the help defense, a couple of times they've gambled and missed the steal, but have been helped out by their teammates.
Yeah, both these teams are well coached, execute well on both sides of the ball. Rutland Town runs their sets well. Oh, they run the crisscross give and go. Kanash is going to get it to Alercio. Can't get it to go, but it's a nice shot off the dribble there by Alercio.
You know, Granville doesn't let any shot go uncontested.
Good defense by Baker. He's got to be careful with 2 fouls, though. Yeah, he gambled, left Williams alone. They get away with it as Regula gets the rebound.
Tyler's
Baker in transition, gets a nice pass into
Downey.
And we
ties it up at 5.
Tied up at 5. So they enter the ball into Williams, trying to make a spin move. Comes back to the right-hand side. It's no good. Here comes Alercio. He's got a head of steam. He's ahead of the crowd, and he finishes. I've coached Trey in some other sporting activities. He is a fierce competitor.
He is a warrior.
So it's 7-5 Townies over Granville. 4 minutes to go in the first half. Running there. Oh, trying to go over the top. Downey with another steal. Granville not getting down the court. Alercio can't convert. Ball goes up to Williams. Ball underneath, no good. Rebound to the Town. Baker, oh, they let that one go. That could have been a carry. But Downey can't finish at the far end. We're back and forth there, Butch.
It seems like they're getting the high percentage looks they want. Just not a lot of baskets falling in the early going.
You know, at this pace, fatigue and bench could be a factor. Both these teams played a game earlier today, and neither of them, I can imagine, play on a court this big most of the time during the regular season.
No, a high school court is something that's probably a little bit longer than they're all used to. Tommy in the lane. One thing Granville's doing effectively is finding Tommy Baker down in the low post, which is probably not where Coach Baker wants him to be with 2 fouls. But those last 2 possessions they've had right under the basket.
Well, they have Baker guarding Williams, who is one of Granville's bigger players, but also a very competent ball handler. Both Ramey and Williams are kind of tough matchups because they're big and they handle the ball
Downey
quite well.
Hustles to get that turnover right there. Coach Baker wants a timeout.
Okay, Coach Baker will take a timeout. 2:29 left in the first half. Rutland Town leading 9-5. Because we're live here on PEGTV, we're not afforded a break at timeouts, as they are on ESPN. We have to continue to speak through the timeout. Enjoyable game thus far, though. A lot of fun. Both teams just frantic pace.
I think perhaps Coach Baker is going to instruct his players to maybe slow the pace down. I think that half-court set enables them to run their plays.
But they have benefited for a couple of
push-outs,
and surprisingly, Granville being an extremely disciplined team, they were late getting back a couple times. It's a long way to run for little legs on a big court like this to go up and down all the time, all night.
So Tommy will take a seat, and we'll have Trey Lercier running the point. Del Bianco and Regula down low. Hemingway and Kanash up with him.
Great bounce pass to Regula. Really good step in. Very nice bounce pass from Billy Hemingway, and a nice step in and finish by Regula.
With the left hand, although we think he may be left-handed.
He is left-handed, but credit the coaching for keeping him on the left side.
Right.
2 minutes to go in the first half. Granville, who has poured on the points all tournament long, really struggling to get the ball in. Tough defense by Rutland Town. Here's the 3 from the wing that's no good. Battle for the rebound underneath. Ramey comes down with it. No, I don't know if that is Ramey. Is that Ramey?
I think it was,
It is
yes.
Ramey, yep.
Ramey.
Wilson
The
gets
older
it back
of the
out to
two
Ramey,
Rameys,
but it's poked away. Here comes Kanash, and he finishes.
That's an acrobatic finish, athletic.
That's a 10-point run, I believe, for the Townies. They were down 5-3, and they've scored 10 straight to go ahead 13-5. Granville moving the ball around the perimeter. They've been able to dribble penetrate, but good help defense has prevented them from getting the ball where they really want it.
They're going to call Trey, I
Yeah,
think.
that's an easy call. Great hustle, Alercio working hard, but anytime you come over the back on defense like that, you're probably going to get the call.
I think we have the younger Ramey entering the game. Is that who's inbounding the ball?
Oh, the tournament's crowd favorite, Sawyer Ramey, enters the game for Granville. 3rd grader, filled with energy and a highly skilled little player. Good job by Rutland Town on a pick and roll, but they can't finish. So it's working out for Rutland Town. They're going to get Baker to the bench. He's on the bench with 2 fouls. So they'll get him to halftime with 2. Alercio running the point on a give and go. Can't finish. Del Bianco with a rebound. No good. Rebounded by number 2, Derek Patch. 40 seconds left. Here comes Sawyer Ramey
bringing the ball up.
He gets it to Williams. Over to Wilson. Wilson drives. Looking for somebody to pass to. He gets it to Ramey. Sawyer Ramey trying to figure out where he's going with it with 20 seconds left. Here we go. The ball goes to Williams. We're down to 14. Granville in last shot mode now. Got a screen away. Goes back to Ramey. He's going to have to create something here with 5 seconds left. We're down to 3. We're going to have a shot. Here comes Williams from desperation.
Oh,
and he hits
a three-pointer at the buzzer. What a possession.
A much-needed basket. The only basket of the half or of the second quarter for Granville comes with under 2 seconds left.
Tough for the Rutland Town defense. They really forced them to take the shot they wanted them to take, and
a three-pointer by Jarrett Williams as time expires in the first half cuts it to a 5-point game. 13-8 at halftime. I would not have bet at that. That's a first quarter score for these two teams as far as I was concerned.
No, I think the earlier game it was 19-11 at the end of the first quarter.
It was 18-9 at the end of the first quarter in the girls' game, and we're 13-8 at the halftime of the boys' game. But I'll tell you, it's great defense. I think both teams are playing hard. There's been some missed layups, but almost every shot is contested. There's been some long possessions also because these teams are organized and run good offense.
They're patient.
Yeah, this last possession by Granville was about a 45-second possession. And despite the great defense by Rutland Town, sometimes that happens in hoops. With time running out, Williams launches a 22-foot shot that goes down at the buzzer. So Granville needed a little momentum boost, and they got it in the form of that last second three-pointer by Jarrett Williams. So it's 13-8 at the half.
By my count, we had Tyler Regula with 3. He had a free throw and a field goal. Brady had a field goal. Trey with a field goal. And Tommy with a pair of free throws.
I've got Baker for 4. He's got he made one layup on a nice drive. And for calculating the scoring for Granville fairly easily with their 8 points, I've got Jarrett Williams with 3.
I had him with 5. And
okay, Jarrett Williams with 5, Patch with 2, and Ramey with a free throw.
Right. Foul trouble. I think Taylor Bourne picked up one very early in the game, maybe the first possession, and not much on that side since. On the Rutland Town side, Tommy Baker, number 23 for Rutland Town, did pick up 2 quick fouls in the first quarter, and I had Trey tagged for a foul. But other than that,
Alercio has 1. Yep.
Right. They were, and Regula has 1. But they were inclined to really let them play.
Yeah, and it was clean defense. I mean, if you've got teams that are playing good defense and it's well coached, technically sound defense. I mean, I know at this level that's hard to say because there's so much more that they have to learn. But really, two good defensive teams for 5th and 6th grade. And both teams playing man-to-man, which, personally I'm happy to see.
You learn a lot more about playing defense.
There's been a lot of zone in this tournament, and there's been a lot of gimmick defenses. I've seen some box and ones, and some 1-3-1 and different zone sets that these kids haven't played against all year. But these two coaches are willing to try to coach man-to-man, and their kids are playing it well.
In the 2 minutes that we have before they start the second half, maybe take the opportunity to pay our respects to PEGTV for putting this together, enabling this 5th and 6th grade basketball tournament to be on local television. It really is a thrill, I know, for the kids and even some of the extended families who can't get to the games or to purchase a copy or record it and watch it at a later date. It really is a fantastic public service.
It's a fantastic public service. All these games, I believe they taped, Stacy, they taped every game this week. maybe one night they missed due to lack of personnel, but they taped out of 32 or so games. Every game was filmed. They're in the process of putting those games, uploading them onto their website, where they can be watched for free at any time.
Right. And I believe I heard the public address announcer earlier saying that in total there were, I think the number he said was 384 participants in this year's Glodzik tournament. Now, presumably that's boys and girls, but that's 384 kids from our community, from our local area. You know, this tournament goes as far, you know, Rutland, Brandon, Wallingford, Barstow, Granville, Fairhaven, Manchester. It really has a tremendous draw, and you know, try as we might, I did my best to see if we could get the local paper to maybe take a photo for these kids or run a story. You know, last year was an anniversary, it was the 25th anniversary of the Ed Glodzik Memorial. Certainly the tournament has extended longer, but on that momentous occasion, we did our best to get them to come out and do a story, and we're just very grateful that PEGTV can provide that.
They're providing a service that it's sorely missing. Back when I played in this, back in the, you know, in the 70s,
right,
early 80s, would it have been the 70s? 70s, early 80s. It was the 70s, wasn't it, Stacy? But back when I played, I think it was the late 70s. Would that be right?
Probably. 11 or 12.
They actually used to post the scores in the Herald every day from the previous night. I mean, you'd wake up in the morning and you'd see, you know, okay, well, you get the rundown. And I know that it's difficult to cover all, you know, especially youth sports events at young levels, but certainly this is a big one. PEGTV thinks it's a big one.
You know, and it's not like the you know, the 5th and 6th games at different levels or throughout the season. I don't think anybody's expecting that those are going to be covered or recorded, but you know, when we have a season-ending finale like this, it really is just a phenomenal memory for these kids. I know last year when you and I were coaching in the finals, I had a perspective that I'll never forget as the coach. You know, you come out here, they have the smoke machine and the fan and the light show, and then they call your name. And I remember in the huddle, and I'll put my arm around some of the kids and just getting ready to instruct them, and their hearts are pounding in their chests. And ba-bum, ba-bum, ba-bum. I was like, you know what, this is tremendously exciting for them, and it is a, you know, an affirmation that their efforts in these positive activities are worthy.
Yeah, they're being recognized.
Yes.
Yeah, it's been a tremendous amount of fun. I know both of us started doing some of the broadcasts of the games last year. Just due to the cancellations this year, Jack Healy, legendary Jack Healy, who was scheduled to do it last night, had a prior commitment. He's, you know, for all he could be doing a Division I hockey game somewhere, a playoff of some kind.
So scheduling-wise, the snowstorm forced the Glodzik to cancel games on Wednesday and Thursday. They made up Wednesday's games yesterday, and these teams that we're seeing today are actually playing their second game of the day. They had their semifinal round game earlier this morning.
So, you know, I think we both feel fortunate to have had this opportunity. We're probably can't really match the quality and vocal caliber of Jack Healy. He's just a fantastic guy. But we're going to do the best we can, and we're honored to be bringing you this final. And we've got the second half just underway here. Rutland Town versus Granville, with the Townies leading 13-8.
You know, interestingly, Rutland Town makes a change. They put Brady Kanosh at the point and moved Tommy over to the 2.
Well, Kanosh did play pretty well. I mean, I watched him early in the tournament. He handles the ball well. He's only a 5th grader, but he's real competent.
Very athletic, and we've seen him finish a couple of acrobatic.
Great entry pass.
Down to Alex Prouty.
Really terrific pass.
He put it where only Prouty could get it, too.
Yeah, that was they were fronting Prouty, and Williams made a really nice pass. Good hands by Prouty to catch and turn and finish to make it 13-10. Baker on the baseline, in trouble. That's a tough shot. No, it doesn't go. That was a tough shot. He almost got it to go in.
Regula's going to come into the game for Alercio.
So seeing the severe height disadvantage he has, Coach Baker enters Regula. Prouty's a big fella. Baker drives baseline, shoots up a floater, and gets the roll. If you throw it up there soft, they will bounce in, and that one goes in for Tommy Baker to make it 15-10.
That's Jarrett Williams for 2.
There's a hoop by Williams. That gives him 7 on the night, and it's 15-12. Good hustle by Wilson, but he steps on the sideline. Yeah, this is going to be a good finish. These are 2 evenly matched teams. I expect to be tight to the end.
3 points separating them here in the 3rd.
So the inbound to Hemingway. He gets it to Kanash.
I think that play that Rutland Town runs on the side out there, that'll catch a lot of lesser teams, but you're not going to get a floater that isn't recognized at this level.
So Baker, who
rebound right there for Julian
I've been
Downey.
watching him all week, and he's been doing stuff like that all week.
Huge rebound and a putback, making a 6-point Rutland Town edge.
Ramey with a great drive and spin. Comes back to the right hand, though, and when he comes back to the right hand instead of shooting it with the left, that's where the defender is. Baker dribbles into trouble. Good hustle by Williams. And he finishes. Good play by
Tommy
Jarrett
didn't need
Williams.
to foul him there. I think that was a good
So it's 20-16.
decision.
I believe Williams has 9 for Granville, 9 of their 16. And it's 20-16 with 2:43 left in the 3rd. Baker being guarded by Williams. Some lucky bounces there. They go Rutland Town's way. And it'll be their ball out of bounds in the deep corner. That's sometimes a tough place to throw in the out of bounds. You're really limited, but they're able to get it into Hemingway. Back to Baker to set up the offense. Going to get a ball screen from Del Bianco, a nice legal ball screen, but really good help by Granville's D. And they're going to come out in transition. Here comes Bourne. Great look up to Ramey. And he misses with the right hand. Doesn't want to use his left hand from that side.
Ethan Schmidt takes down the rebound for Rutland Town. Nice contribution for Ethan.
Schmidt gets the rebound and will come back the other way. Rutland Town with a 4-point lead. Good screen away. Ball into Downey. There's somebody's open on the weak side, but he doesn't realize Del Bianco's wide open. And Bourne comes out with the ball for Granville. Bourne drives. Looking for a space to drive on the right side. Gets it out to Ramey at the top of the key. Ball reversed to number 4, Cole Haynes. Back to Bourne. Wilson trying to get open on the far side, on the wing. We got a screen away in for Williams. Good patient offensive possession here by Granville. Good defense and good offense. Love to see it at this level. Both teams very organized. Let's see who quits first. Rutland Town needs to not quit on this possession. It's been a really good defensive possession. Hard to give up a hoop after playing defense this long. Wilson drives and gets fouled. Patient offense, really good team defense.
You know, they really play well as a group. They're saying, hey, well, let's wait and find the best shot for the team, and you don't just get that without good coaching. TJ Wilson to the line for a pair.
Wilson misses the first. Lots of subs coming in for both teams, including our little favorite here, Sawyer Ramey.
Both of these teams have pretty large squads. I think they had to bring out some extra chairs.
Free throw, no good. Rebounded by Regula. Baker goes to Alercio. He drives on the wing. Good cut by Baker, and he doesn't finish. Rebounded by Williams.
Put himself in the position to make the play. It was
really
good,
strong, athletic
footwork.
kid. Kicks it over on the weak side to Wilson. Back to Williams for a 3. This one no good. Rebound by Del Bianco. Baker guarded by Williams.
40 seconds left.
Been a good match.
Quarter.
Been a good matchup, those two. They're both playing their hearts out. Tommy taking charge, setting up offense. It goes to Regula. They set a screen away. Kanash gets it in the corner. He drives on the wing. He's not open. Gets it to Baker. Baker with a spin. Nice spin move, but he can't convert. Lurshow hustles and gets the rebound. Comes back outside. We're down to 10 seconds.
Oh, nice
Great
entry
pass to Regula, but he can't finish. Number 55 for Granville, Ethan Crossman, got just enough of a piece of it from behind on Regula so he couldn't make the layup. Really excellent possession by Rutland Town right there, Butchie.
It was. They're going to call Derek Patch with a foul there. So with 7.6 seconds left, Tommy Baker will inbound for Rutland Town under their own basket. Regula gets it back to him.
Down to 3, Baker drives, doesn't go, rebound. Williams, he hit one at the end of the second quarter, but he doesn't
that
repeat.
One made us all hold our breath, though. So we finished 3 quarters, and the score is
and here comes,
16.
Butchie, here comes all the gifts. Stacy, do you think they'll throw any up here? Butchie, put your hands up and wave. Wave. I wanna. So the Glodzik doing their normal thing, throwing out their mementos. There we go. Stacy got one for a job well done.
So one quarter remaining, and this is all it was built up to. 2 very evenly matched teams, and just a pair of baskets separating them.
Yeah, this game's a battle. Both teams are battling, you know. Granville got down. Rutland made a little 10-point run in the second quarter. Looked like they could kind of push away. Granville got the 3 at the end of the second quarter, and much more efficient offensively, both teams in the third, I thought.
Yeah, you know what? I think there's a certain period of feeling the other team out, seeing who's going where, what your matchups are. So Granville's going to start the 4th period with Sawyer Ramey, Taylor Bourne, Jarrett Williams, T.J. Wilson, and Ob Ramey.
Here comes a Lurshow right off the inbound. Ooh, Del Bianco looks like he might have got hit there.
I think
and we're going to get the call on Del Bianco. That's a tough break, but he's going to play through it. Looked to me like he got hit on the shot attempt, but he certainly pushed the Granville player out of bounds.
Yep.
Sort of sumoed him out of bounds there, Butchie. So it's 20-16. Just starting the 4th quarter. Bourne guarded by Del Bianco. We'll see if he can stay in front of him. These kids are good ball handlers. Really nice job. Good ball handlers for both teams. Sawyer Ramey with the ball on the perimeter. He's guarded by Kanash.
Over to Ob Ramey.
Guarded by a Lurshow.
Nice pass.
Good offense, followed by Baker.
Tommy, it's like his 3rd. He didn't necessarily agree with it, but looked like he got a little bit of arm there.
Williams goes to the line for 2.
Chance to cut it to 2.
And he makes the first. It's a 20-17 score with 5:22 left. That gives Williams double figures for the game. He has 10 of Granville's 17 points. Second shot is up and no
Baker
good.
Down low.
Williams gets the rebound, can't finish.
Not sure why they have Regula up at half court with Baker under the low block. They're lucky that Tommy didn't pick up his 4th foul there on that shot on the interior.
Oh, ball kicking around. Good hustle by Granville. We're going to get a held ball as Lurshow covers it for Rutland Town.
How bad do these kids want it? Both of them on their bellies. Granville ball.
Good inbounds play. Oh, they're going to get Williams on the weak side. Rutland Town sleeping. He doesn't get it. He gets his own rebound. And
they got the shot they wanted.
Yeah, a really good out-of-bounds play. Good patience by the inbounder to let Williams come around on the weak side.
Down and for Regula.
Regula kind of fell asleep. Didn't see him come from the weak side, but they couldn't convert on the inbound. It's out to Bourne. He's got a 3-point attempt, a little short. And again, it's a Lurshow battling, and he comes out with it. He's got somebody open on the wing, but oh, I saw the same thing as he
Yep.
did. Somebody open on the wing, but Bourne comes up with the interception. Ramey gets it back out to Bourne.
Over to the other Ramey, guarded by Baker. Granville's pulling the defense up.
Good cut by Williams, and he finishes.
That plays produced some dividends for him.
Yeah, they've run that successfully several times, and they've cut the Rutland Town lead to 1. It's 20-19. Granville has not led since very early in the game. Rutland Town has been in
Outstanding
control
hustle
most
there,
of the way.
Williams just enough of the ball to tip it away.
Del Bianco on the wing. Backs in his shorter opponent. Good time to make a post move, but he kicks it back out to Alurcio. He pulls up, no good. Rebound to Del Bianco. As he's falling backwards, he shoots, it's no good.
Ramey controls
And
the
Ramey
rebound.
comes down with it. I think we're going to hear quite a cheer here if Granville can take the lead.
Oh, knock that down, Sawyer Ramey.
Especially
How many people
if
love to
Sawyer
see him
Ramey
take that?
hits it.
Oh,
But his brother's got it,
Just,
goes back to Bourne, and they're going to
hard not
reset.
to root for a kid in 3rd grade.
Yeah. Ramey gets it to Williams. They're running their 4-out-1 inset. Williams can't score. Rutland Town retains the lead, and we're going to get a foul on Williams from behind.
Well, they're going to give that one to Patch.
Oh, that's on Patch, not Williams. Excuse me. So Granville with an opportunity to take their first lead since the first quarter. Cannot capitalize. We're down at 3:26. Starting to get serious here now, Butchie. 20-19. Baker with the ball, guarded by Williams. Been a great battle the whole night between those two. They reverse it over to Hemingway. He's able to get away. Del Bianco gets that out to Baker. He's got a pull-up jumper, and it's no good. Ball's loose. Hemingway has it. He drives baseline. Baker helps him. They've been in that corner an awful lot, and we're going to get a travel. Yeah. You can't, they ran their offense within a 10-foot area for, about 9 passes, and that's never going to work for him.
Around. It was Kyle Del Bianco, he wrestled that ball away and then looking for his one. He kept that possession alive.
So Granville, maybe just for this possession, they come in with their big fella, Alex Prouty. He's in the game, and he's posting up Del Bianco. They go right into him. He turns.
Oh,
No basket.
Say it was before the shot.
We're going to do a 3-second call.
Oh.
He was in there for a long time.
Yeah, the crowd doesn't like it, but the fact is you can't camp out in there. And
That was maybe could have gone either way, but when he set up shop as soon as they got across half court, there was no question that's where they wanted the ball to go. Kanash dribbles, the 5th grader, does not make the jumper, but he gets his own rebound. And we're going to get a tie-up.
Sawyer Ramey getting his hands on the ball. It's going to be Rutland Town ball. Still
20-19.
Game.
20-19, Rutland Town. We're at 2:28.
Baker to inbound, Rutland Town in a box.
Neither team is in the bonus as far as free throw shooting goes. Baker turns it over to Bourne on the inbound. Bourne drives the length of the court and
he
scores.
finishes with the left hand. Granville.
Bourne takes
the
their
lead on
first
that
lead.
possession.
It's 21-20. 2:15 left in the Glodzik finale. Baker with the ball, guarded by Williams. He drives, and he finishes.
Gets it to roll. Nice. Boy, when his team needed a basket, Tommy Baker really comes in and steps up huge right there.
Big players have to make big plays at the end of the games, and Tommy Baker scores for Rutland Town to put them up 1. An exciting final as Granville now looking to take the lead. They go into Prouty. He turns and can't score. Rebound to Hemingway. He's in a crowd and wisely pulls it out to get it to Baker. They did get it to they inserted
they got
Prouty
what they wanted.
because he's got about a 5-inch or 6-inch height advantage over Del Bianco, but he couldn't finish. Baker takes a hammering and almost converts the free throw. Baker will go to the line for 2.
Prouty kind of reached instead of stepped.
Yeah, well, that's if you get a step in there, Baker likes to go to the basket. So we're going to get a timeout from Coach
I
Ramey
think
from
that's
Granville.
a lot of his success is that he attacks the rim.
He attacks the rim.
And then when he draws his penetration draws the defenders, he's really adept at dishing it.
And your bigger players have to step in. I mean, he's getting too into the paint, and there's those last couple of possessions, there wasn't any help. And he was able to get he made the one layup and then got fouled on the other.
Isn't characteristic of the way Granville has played defense most of the game. So Rutland Town with a 1-point edge as we come into the final 91 seconds. Coach Ramey called this timeout. Just everything it was billed to be. This game has been a battle between
super
two
final.
well-coached, evenly matched teams.
Both teams leaving it all on the floor. There's great defense by both clubs. Just enough scoring to keep it interesting.
This is the way the final should be. So Tommy will go to the line to shoot 2.
Big free throws. Baker gets the first.
First one is true. So it's a 2-point Rutland Town edge. Ramey controls the rebound.
Baker now has 11 for Rutland.
Finds board. So it's a 2-point Rutland Town edge.
Jarrett Williams with 12 for Granville. It's 23-21. Granville with a little over a minute left.
Downey on Ramey. Over to TJ Wilson.
Kanash is guarding. Oh, we've got a
TJ
drive.
Williams.
No help.
Nice
Great
dish
pass.
for Prouty underneath.
Prouty scores to tie it up.
We have a tie game here with a minute to go.
And Coach Ramey will take a timeout from Granville.
Coach wants to take another timeout to set up what he's going to do in this final minute. Boy, this is, to quote Pat Lawhan, a barn burner.
Fantastic matchup. Game tied at 23.
It is
so what do you,
a fantastic matchup is right.
Do you think Granville comes out with some change in defense? Late in the game after timeout, it's usually...
You know, if anything, I think that he's going to tell the big men down low if you're going to have to step in. You can't let Tommy Baker beat you in the interior. If he's going to beat you with a jump shot, that's one thing.
But look at Rutland Town. They come out prepared for pressure.
Yeah.
In case there was pressure, in case Granville did come out with a zone trap of some kind, they were ready for it.
Minute to go in the game, and Granville goes with the Ramey brothers, Sawyer and Obb, TJ Bourne, Jarrett Williams, and TJ Wilson.
Well, they should go to Kanash because the size advantage is incredible. Kanash needs to go to the basket right now. That's too much of a size disadvantage, and he does. And, he gets a good shot but doesn't score. But that was a legitimate matchup.
You know what, and good for them for recognizing that
39 seconds left. Granville with the ball. Will they hold for the last shot? They're capable of it. They're capable of holding for the last shot because they're so competent offensively. Williams drives. They're in their 4-out, 1 in.
He saw it wasn't there and kicked it back out.
Ramey, he turns and spins. It's no good. And, well, no, that's a really accurate call because if it's not Rutland Town's ball, then it's a foul on Williams because Williams came over the back. That's actually that's a mature veteran official right there making a good call.
Probably.
If you're not going to call me, and I appreciate an official that has that kind of judgment, because the Williams came from behind and knocked the ball. It went off the Rutland Town player, but it was a foul on Williams. So we're down to 10.
Baker up top.
23 to 23. Baker goes over to Kanash. He drops it. And Coach Baker will take a timeout with 5.9 seconds to go.
Whew. A thriller here in the Hinchy Gymnasium for the boys' final in the 2014 Glodzik. 23-23.
Super ball game. Yeah, the Granville fans were a little upset with that call made on the last possession by Granville, but I think it was accurate. And the Townies are going to have a chance to win the game with 6 seconds to go. So we'll see what...
You got to believe Rutland Town's going to draw something up to get him a look at the basket.
Certainly want to avoid turning it over on the pass right now.
Right. It's just about enough time to.
You don't want to give yourself a chance to lose the game right now, just a chance to win it. So it's 23-23. We're waiting for Granville to re-enter.
Thrilling finish.
The Town's going to set up in a box formation, out of bounds play. We're going to get a screen away. And there's the dangerous pass. There's Galercio. He can't convert. Baker, no good. And we're going to have
It's going to be Granville ball. Now, again, I think
it's
that's
the same call.
Situation down there.
It's the same call as.
Yes.
It's
absolutely.
either you call a foul or you give it to the other team, and I think both they did an accurate job. So we're going to go to overtime at the Glodzik.
I wonder when the last time there was a overtime contest for the Glodzik finals. Do you know how many minutes we played?
With 3, I believe. 3-minute overtime. 3. 3-minute overtime. Pat Lawhen trying to fire up the crowd.
I don't think they need much firing after the display that they were just treated to.
It's a wonderful community building event, the Glodzik tournament. No doubt about it.
They have the stands on both sides pulled out, near capacity crowd, standing room in the.
Tied at 23.
They don't carry over their timeouts? Or they each get one? Not sure. Trying to listen to what Ray Dean, and I think what I'm getting is that each team is going to have one timeout with no carryover.
So
right,
because
so we're
it's
gonna have our second tip.
Yeah, because it's an overtime,
it's actually
it doesn't come down to a possession arrow. They're gonna jump it up again.
So Granville goes with Ramey, Bourne, Prouty, Williams, and Wilson.
Regula controls the tap to Alercio. He gets it to Baker. Let's see if they can get a good possession on their first possession of the overtime. It's over to Hemingway on the wing. They enter to Regula. He gets double teamed. He takes a dribble and drives, working hard. Really wants to get a shot off. Nope, he can't. Nowhere to go. He needs to pass. He survives it. He survives it. I thought they were both good blocks. Hemingway from the baseline. Oh, it's no good. Rebounded on the weak side. Alercio Baker steals it away, and we get a jump ball.
Ramey's going to get the jump there with Tommy.
Great hustle by Rutland Town. Fantastic hustle by all their players trying to keep that alive.
Willed that ball away, and then. So 23-23. Here we are, overtime period.
Bourne with the ball, guarded by Alercio. Downey on Ramey.
Ramey. Up to Wilson.
They're running their 4 out, 1 in, or no, we're running some type of handoff type of offense. Wilson drives, finds Prouty, basket good.
They find the big man, Prouty.
Prouty's been super effective in this game with his height advantage. And Granville takes the lead, 25-23. Baker travels. Yes, he does. Baker travels, and the ball going to go the other way.
No pressure.
.129 left. Here comes Williams on the drives. He gives it to Prouty again. No good. Rebound, Regula. He rips it away and gets it to Baker. Same. They're trying to drive and find him underneath. Baker gets hit as he enters the lane.
Just with the body as he.
Clock is running. Robert, the clock is running. The clock is running. The clock is running. The clock is running. It's running time in overtime? Oh, did not realize that. Running time in overtime in the Glodzik final. Baker drives and doesn't go, no good. Rebound, doesn't go. And we're going to get a foul.
I can't believe it's running time. Really isn't much of an incentive.
I'm not sure what's going on. There's running time with 36 seconds left. Ball goes out of bounds, and the clock's not going to stop, I guess. All right, so we're 25-23.
Tough way to lose a final.
And it looks like Granville's going to take it home. We're going to follow there.
That might be 5 on Baker, not that it matters at this point. I just am surprised that they would do a running time. Now they stop the clock.
I guess they stopped the clock for free throws only. So, gosh, it's going to come down to the last 8 seconds.
So Prouty will go to the line for 2 shots. Granville with a 2-point edge, 8.1 seconds left.
So 8 seconds left in the ball game. This is it for the Townies. They got to get this. He misses the first. They've got to push it immediately.
Oh, Tommy's out with 5 fouls.
Oh, Baker fouls out.
I thought it was 5. By my count, I had 5, but if the scorer's table is the ultimate arbiter of that.
Some confusion about the number of fouls for Tommy Baker. So Rutland Town's got to push it here. They got, whether it's a make or a miss, they're going to need a 3 to tie.
So there was a lane violation. Official Ray Dean had given the ball back to Prouty to shoot. Oh!
Wow, that was close too. We got 5 seconds left. Exciting finish. Hemingway drives, and he throws it up, and it's no good. Rebounded by Downey, and it doesn't go. So that's going to do it here in the Glodzik final. A superb finish.
It was a great game.
A
great
fantastic overtime game.
Fantastic effort.
And Rutland Town, led most of the ball game, but Granville, who was impressed us all week, they fought to the end and came back for a 25-23 victory.
A hard-fought battle by both sides. It really was. It's
so we're gonna wrap it up, Butch.
It's tough for Rutland Town.
Tough loss for the Townies. I don't know that all of them were aware of the rules for overtime. I certainly wasn't aware that we're going to have running time in overtime.
You know what, though? I mean, listen, I would defer to the Glodzik, and they can do whatever rules they want.
Absolutely.
However, these guys, they work pretty hard, and I don't think anybody was in a hurry to get out of here.
No, not at all. Not at all.
But, again, you know what?
2 worthy opponents squared off in a fantastic final.
It was
an
excellent game by two.
For the men, third place, West Rutland going hard. Third place, Rutland Rick Sharp. Second place, and what a great game. Great kids, great coaches. Rutland County. And I'll introduce the champions, but after you get this, hang around because we're going to have you back out. Champion, Granville! Move on. The boys, all turning. Proctor, Solomon Parker. Joe Valerio. Rutland Rick Bear, Evan Paquette. Rutland Town, Ethan Kors. West Rutland, Kyle Rothland. Tyler Serrani. Courier Memorial, Joe Harrington. Christ the King, Joseph Anderson. Meadowy, Heath Mason. Putney, Caden Chapman. Rutland Red Sharks, Garrett Gavin. Castleton, C6s, Owen Lawhan. Rutland Town, Trey Alurcio. Tommy Baker. Granville, Taylor Bourne. Again, triple threat says there's an MVP, and he played like an MVP the whole week. Of course, we were here last Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Friday, and today, and he definitely will get that time with Chuck.